Hey girl, hey, this is your girl, Queen ShanShan, and this is A Broad Podcast, our 7th episode. Can you believe it? I cannot believe it. And tonight we have a really, really good episode. This is such a special treat. I have my good friend, Nicole Dunn, and she is from Dunn Pellier Media Group. Hi, Nicole.
Hi.
Hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, hey. Thanks for having me.
I'm so glad you're here.
I know.
And we have, of course, our trusty and loving support, Mr. Edward, but he's behind the scenes.
Hi.
Hi.
He's a cutie.
Oh, yeah. We only hire the best and good-looking here.
Well, see, when you listen to the podcast, I was trying to envision what he looked like.
Mm-hmm.
So this sort of southern
Southern
gentleman.
gentleman.
Yeah, he is. And he's a southern gentleman.
Yes, he is.
Okay, go on.
He's handsome.
Handsome.
He's kind.
Super kind.
Loving.
Very.
And I've only just met him,
and
too.
patient with me, so that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And funny.
And funny.
And he knows a lot.
He's
very smart.
Well, again, we only hire the best here at A Broad Production.
That's
It was
good.
a long internship. She taught me everything I know.
So we have a great show tonight. We're going to talk about some really cool topics. Again, Nicole is the CEO and founder of Dunn Pellier Media Group. She is a PR executive, and then we're going to talk about some beauty news. Morphe Brushes company, which I love their makeup. They have a new foundation line that came out a few days ago, 60 shades, which is pretty astronomical in the beauty industry. We will talk about the controversial Docu-series Surviving R. Kelly and how it is just blowing up nationally. And they are actually going to air the show internationally next week. So we're going to see what the world actually thinks about R. Kelly and how we're letting this sick mofo not going to jail. And then, of course, Madonna Minute. So, what's for dinner? I texted Nicole.
You did.
And I texted Edward and I said, what do we want for dinner? And Nicole says,
Italian.
okay. And I said, okay, cool. Edward is always down for whatever. So, but you also texted me early, gluten-free. So what did I do? Is I try to go on the websites.
Oh, gluten-free.
I'm like, gluten-free Italian? All right. So I couldn't find any gluten-free Italian. You're like, wait a minute. We don't want gluten-free Italian. I said, well, you said. I'm like, okay, well, then let's go. So I went to a choice on DoorDash, and I chose a restaurant called Italy's Little Kitchen.
Loved it.
Wasn't it great?
It was great.
Now, unfortunately, my meal was missing. I don't know if it's DoorDash's fault or Little Italy's.
Probably.
I don't know. We'll see. DoorDash.
Get it together.
But you know what? They gave me a credit.
Oh, well, see, that's good.
That's
They're
really
making
good.
up for it. So
They made it so I used the credit for another order. Mm-hmm. But we ordered meatballs. You ordered the chicken piccata.
Chicken piccata was,
How was
delicious. I mean, I am so weird about my food.
Okay, it's you are.
So
known
I
this
am
woman for
picky,
years.
And if it has a weird texture, if it's chewy,
Yeah.
I mean, I have a whole list of things that my husband puts up with. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how he does that, but he does. And this was perfect. It was pounded out just nicely. The lemon caper sauce was delicious. The broccoli was cooked perfect. And the potatoes were perfect, too.
Good. And then Edward, real quick, I know you're next to me sitting here being the producer that he is. What did we order for you tonight?
I had the potato gnocchi.
Potato gnocchi. Was it good?
It was really good.
It was tasty.
A little bit dense, but I am too. So it worked out perfectly. The pesto.
Good. And I ordered the vegetable minestrone, which was delicious.
Okay.
And even though they were missing my other meal, because I wanted to order the seafood linguine, which I love. I was kind of bummed it wasn't in my
So wait,
bag.
have you ordered there before?
Never.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
Italy's Little Kitchen, if you're listening, #sponsor, #Queen ShanShan. We want you.
That's right.
You'll be getting a call from Queen ShanShan this week as a sponsor. But we loved your food, and you know what? I'm going to give it 4 wigs up because I'm missing the meal.
Oh.
But should I give it 4 wigs up or 5 wigs up? The food was delicious.
I'd say 4 wigs up. Because,
Okay.
Everything counts.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think, and it's not your fault, Little Italy. It's DoorDash's
Yeah.
fault. So we'll be ordering you again. My guest co-host, Nicole Dunn of Dunn Pellier Group. Okay. Who is she? What does she do? And what is on the next horizon for Nicole? So I met Nicole, 10 years ago?
10 years.
12 years ago?
11 years ago, actually.
Through a mutual friend, Missy, and hi, Missy, hope you're listening. Through a mastermind group that we all started as budding and promising female entrepreneurs.
That's right.
I didn't know Nicole from anything.
No, I didn't
and
know you
she
either.
came from other friends, and we, as a group of girls who wanted to be inspired,
Yeah.
we started a group that we meet randomly every other.
I think it was the first Friday of every month.
That's right. It was the first Friday of every month.
Yep.
We would bring breakfast
Yep.
items, and we would meet either my house or Nicole's house or Missy's apartment. We met at Karina's apartment sometimes. We met at other ladies' apartments. It started out with like 10 or 12 of us, then it dwindled to 6 or 7.
Right.
But I know that me, Nicole, and Missy, and Heidi. Remember Heidi
Yes.
went to her house?
Yeah.
We were the core group. And
There was a picture that popped up in Facebook the other day of the core group.
really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
It's a long time ago.
Oh, good God. So I just started my insurance business, literally 2007, 2006. But no, actually, I'm sorry, 2008. I'm sorry. Full of hope, full of dreams. And I wanted to make money and I wanted to travel. And what was my goal, Nicole? I always wanted to travel.
Yep.
I wanted to make enough money to travel around the world, make enough money to take care of my parents, buy my parents a home. And I achieved it.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I achieved it. But I'm still growing. And now I have this new venture, this podcast. And what about you?
I think part of the reason why we stayed in touch is because we've inspired each other.
Yes.
To grow and also to make great money and to be the best that we can aspire to be, and also to serve our clients the best that we can. And it's really helped me to have that friendship that spawned, from the mastermind.
Yeah, and who knew that I was going to be good friends with you? You have been so inspiring for me.
Thanks.
You have been you've heard me cry, you heard me be happy. And now my best friend Heather's helping you grow with some coach mentoring as well.
Yeah, sales coaching, and I'll tell you what, it has changed my life. Almost $100,000 worth of new business
That's
that came
awesome.
in the last 5 months.
That's awesome.
Through her coaching.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, you were a senior level television producer, and you started your PR firm in health and wellness. And because you saw a lack of positive coverage in the media marketplace, what inspired you to say, why health and wellness?
Well, what's interesting is I always loved television and I did want to continue to be a TV producer, but there just wasn't any jobs. And so when I joined the mastermind group, I really was trying to focus, what do I want to do? How can I make money? If no one's hiring me because I'm overqualified, from working on a ton of reality shows and producing, then what can I do? And it actually was Missy that said, because someone suggested you should do PR. And then I hired a coach, and the coach ended up saying, you've got the same crossover skills as a producer, that you could take those skills and then do PR. And I thought, you are crazy, lady, because why would I do PR? And I ended up coming back to the group, and I tested it out. I had 2 people that I put on television, and I thought, this is easy. I mean, I took all the producing skills that I had and pitched TV producers, and then I got one client. Well, it wasn't even a client at that time. I got one person on CNN and then another guy on some local show. And I came back to the group and I said to Missy, I said to the group, gosh, I think I've got something here. And then Missy said, I have the perfect client for you. Mm-hmm. She said, I cook for him and his name is Tony Horton. Yay. And I was like, who? Because 11 years ago, Mama didn't work out and I wasn't concerned about my health. I was in TV. We worked 18 hours a day. There was no time for that.
Right.
And I ended up saying, okay, who's that? And she said, he's got a VHS tape. Well, that led me to my first client, and we made him into the most visible man in fitness.
That's
and
awesome.
That was 10 years of actual working to promote him, pitch him.
And Tony Horton is the founder and CEO of
P90X.
P90X.
Yeah.
And his brand has grown
largest selling
international
of all time.
That's crazy. That's your that's
that was my first client.
That was your first client?
Yeah.
I remember that. that. I remember how excited you were, and you there was challenges, and then there was obstacles that you had to hurt because you were learning to do this as well.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about PR.
Right.
I just did it.
I didn't know anything about insurance, and I just did it because you know what? I had to eat, and I had to pay more of rent, and I had to pay my car, and I wanted the lifestyle I used to have when I was in real estate.
You know what I love now is I love, obviously we lease cars and we have nice cars, but I just got a Mercedes. You just got a new BMW. We work so hard.
We do.
And I just love it. I love to inspire each other to want to, achieve bigger goals.
You should see what I have in my closet right now.
What?
So
More purses? Oh my gosh! You said you were going to give me one.
I gotta give you a couple purses. I got a new Gucci. It's gorgeous. And then I was in Palm Springs
with the dragon.
Yes, I got my second Gucci.
Whoa!
And then I got these amazing sneakers that matches the purse. I know, I gotta show you.
Okay, I cannot
but
wait.
I never thought in a million years I would say I own Gucci.
Yeah.
Literally, I mean, Gucci for me when I was 21, 23, 30, even my early, was like, that's like highfalutin.
Celebrities.
That's Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah.
I'm not Oprah Winfrey. Who can afford Gucci when I'm making $12 an hour, back in the day. So and it is materialistic stuff, but when I look at the goods that I have, and it's, I'm very helpful. Very grateful about my health and my parents and my family. But come on, how do you say no to a Gucci when you can afford it now? But I'm glad I was able to ascertain it. And our mastermind group, even though it was so cool, and it was just a bunch of friends and ladies getting together, trying and going over ideas and encouraging it, it helped a lot. And I stuck with our ideas. The things that we learned from each other, I stuck with that from years.
Well, back to what you asked me, because your original question was, why did I choose health and wellness?
Yeah.
And that was because of Tony Horton.
Okay.
Honestly, I was going down this path and there was an inspirational moment. We were in Washington, D.C. A woman named Hope came up to us on the street randomly, said she lost 100 pounds. She was carrying a box. Inside the box was her birthday cake. And she said, "You're never going to believe this." She opened up the box and Tony Horton's face was on the cake.
Shut it.
Nope. And I just said, you know what?
No way.
I'm supposed to do this. I'm supposed to be in health and wellness. And it kind of felt really natural, and it still feels really natural.
Now, because I know you personally, we go to dinner, we try to go to dinner at least once or every 2 months together, right? Just to talk about business,
best practices.
Yep. But we also have a couple cocktails, and we talk about what's going on in our personal life. And you were recently got married. How long have you been married now?
5 years.
You've been 5 years to Val.
Yeah.
And do you mind saying who your husband is? Because a lot of people may know who he is.
So Val Garay is his name, and we met on an airplane about 11 years ago, and he is one of the biggest producers in music from the 80s and 90s. And his biggest hit was Betty Davis Eyes. But in the 70s, he did like 4 albums with James Taylor, Linda Ronstadt, all the greatest hits like Blue Bayou and Dramarama and We Are the World and Journey and so many great bands. And he's just really inspiring to me. And he was really the one who encouraged me to start my own business and said, go upstairs and just create it. And wow, okay, I'll go upstairs and just create it. Okay. But,
poof.
Yeah, poof. No direction.
No direction.
I built my own website, and that's how I started.
And when I go to your house, I see all of his, gold albums and his platinum albums.
120.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
There's 120 gold albums.
120 gold and platinums, and then
in the house.
9 Grammy nominations with 6
wins.
wins.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. So you already you love the creativity. You already have that instilled in you, and you marry a man who also is known for his creativity and spontaneity as well. And so, what is what distinguishes your program? Like, if I wanted to hire you for my podcast, what distinguishes you from other PR companies? If I wanted to say, Nicole, I need help with A-Broad Productions. What is versus ABC PR company? Why are you so unique?
Well, my focus is mainly on health, wellness, and lifestyle.
Okay.
So your brand would fit into the lifestyle, branding, and I think most people want to get a start. So they don't even know where to start, how to promote themselves, how to talk about their brand, how to get exposure, how to build credibility. And that's, kind of what we do. I mean, it's in a nutshell. We're working with bigger brands that are more established now. But where I started out with the expert, the person who had an expertise about, certain things like yourself, like beauty and travel and all the things that you can discuss.
Yeah.
But it's really just elevating your profile, and it's just a way to have a bigger loudspeaker for yourself to do PR. We have a vetting process, like everybody that comes through the doors. I check out their website. I do a phone call with them first to just see, is this a fit for us?
Yes.
Like, I don't want to work
You don't
with
want to just take
somebody.
everybody
No.
on.
Yeah. And in the beginning, that's what you do. You kind of take on everybody because you want the experience. You want to be able to build up your contacts, and you want to be able to reach media, any media at that point, when you're just starting out. So now that I'm established, I can say, you know what, it really isn't a fit for my brand. And I'm nice about it. I'll say, gosh, our roster's really full right now.
Okay. Well, I guess we know the
You don't
phrase
need to
you use.
pay me. You should just ask for my advice and I'll give it to you.
I'm going to call you one day and say, hi, Nicole, this is Queen ShanShan. I need your help. And you're going to be like, denied by, and you're going to click
No,
on
I
it,
would
right?
never do
Girl
that.
roster is real full.
I
See
would
you
just...
next year.
See you next year when you have 800,000
I would
followers.
have one of the other girls working in the office help you.
That's-
You know what I mean?
I know, I know.
I'm running the sales, so
Yeah.
they're doing a great job with
Yeah.
the PR and helping the clients get media. That's the thing. It's like traditional PR mixed in with some social media stuff and influencer campaigns that we do, and it's helping to get the brand exposure and credibility and all that good stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where do you, I know this is like the cheesiest of cheesy questions, but I'm going to ask it because I have to ask myself, because I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a self-employed person. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Oh, good Lord. Well, my beginning goal was that I wanted to sell my business at some point.
Okay.
And do something else. I don't know what that something else is. I still have a vision of doing something else, inventing something. I don't know what that is.
In terms of in the entertainment industry, is it completely maybe
An invention
a
of some
total
kind.
180 from what you're doing now?
Yes, I would like to do something that is mailbox, like I can create mailbox money for myself. I work very hard in the beginning, and then once I produce this specific item, I don't know what that is. I have an idea of something, but yeah, something different. I mean,
Okay.
I've been in entertainment. I worked as a producer for 13 years. Loved it. Loved every second of it. Loved celebrity. Loved, producing television. I got a real high from doing that because it's exciting. People were like, "Oh, you're a TV producer." Now I'm a publicist, which I get people that say, "Wow, you're the nicest publicist I've ever met." I'm
Yeah,
like,
because
"Why,
there's
are they
some
all
jerks.
bitches?"
Yeah, they're all bitches out there. They are. There's a lot of people that are really wicked
Yeah.
and mean out
Yeah.
there because they have that business card that says PR or producer or
Yeah.
someone of influence in the entertainment industry, and they act like dicks.
Oh, yeah. It's like your typical when you go to Los Angeles parties and you
Oh,
go to
God.
a party and someone says,
Tell me about it.
So what do you do? And it's like, "Oh, I clean toilets, okay?"
Yeah, and that's and see what the reaction is.
Yeah.
When you're in a highfalutin outfit, whatever, and you're sporting your Gucci or your Valentina bag,
Yeah.
and then you'll see exactly what people are thinking about you, which is horrible.
Yeah.
And that's welcome. That's Los Angeles.
I just think when you meet somebody, ask them where they're from.
Exactly. Don't ask them what you drive and what you do.
No.
Where are you from? What do you like to do?
Yeah.
You know what? I just came from here. I just came from Cuba. Oh, really? Is it? That's how I meet a lot of my friends and people who are people and parties and whatever. I have a lot of friends and acquaintances in the entertainment world.
Yeah.
In the real estate market that make a lot of money. And then their nose is in the air when you see them walk into the door. You're like, oh, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I'm going to pin them down and say, did you just smell that fart over there?
Oh my God.
Someone has BO. And then I put them off, and then they're smiling or whatever. Like, you got a cracked tooth and, make them look in the mirror or something like that. I put them off because.
What's that on your tooth? Yeah,
What's that on
yeah.
you? Is that spinach?
Yeah.
And they look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, just kidding. And that breaks that ice.
Yeah.
That breaks that barrier of their air. And then all of a sudden their barriers come down. So I meet a lot of friends that way. A lot of people that way. They may think I'm kooky, but you know what? We're all the same.
I think you have a great personality.
Thank you.
You are outgoing, gregarious, driven.
Woo!
I think you're a power player. You're an amazing woman.
Thank you.
And, you know, even when you were talking about doing the podcast, and
a year ago, right?
Yeah, a year ago. We put a lot of our clients on podcasts.
Oh.
Podcasting is huge.
Yeah.
Not only do we do Today Show and Dr. Oz and all these great shows, but I said, wow, okay. And I kind of knew you were going to do it and you were determined, but you had to learn a little bit about it.
Yeah.
You wanted to investigate. Is this
Yes.
the right thing?
Yes.
And I bet you had a feeling like,
Of
okay,
course.
this is it.
Of course. I mean, that episode, the proverbial mirror episode, that's where I was, I was talking to myself, by myself, and spilling the tea about what my fears are. I'm still scared. This is only my 7th episode that we're doing. I mean, speaking of people who've done 700 episodes and they still get the willies in their stomach and the butterflies, so this is all experimental, and I'm so grateful to have you in my life and Edward in my life and people who are truly supporting me, because it's really interesting once you start getting a little bit of recognition and some accolades, you know who your friends are.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I like what you were saying in the last podcast about going to Cuba, and you said, people thought I was this famous person.
Yeah,
I
they
love
did.
that.
And I'm like, no,
Well,
obviously.
you are so well put together, and your
Aw,
makeup
thank
is
you.
flawless,
Thank
and your
you.
outfits are always great, and your bags, and like you're very coordinated.
Thank you.
And then your personality, so you just shine.
Thank you. Oh, I love you. Can you come on my podcast again next week?
Yeah. I'll do the Hollywood Minute.
I'll do the Hollywood. So, before we get on to a new topic, how does somebody who is a budding entrepreneur, workout enthusiast, wellness coach. Oh, FYI, let me go back really quick.
Yeah.
You brought me some great products, by the way.
did.
Let's talk about them real quick.
Yeah.
You brought me a protein. Is it a protein replacement shake, or is it just a nice dietary food supplement that I can take?
Well, I would say it's a supplement to like having a meal. And
Okay.
and the best thing to do, it's called Body Complete. I have tried them all because in health and wellness PR, we repped Vega, we repped all kinds of shake companies. And it's not chalky. I feel like it's got 20 grams of protein in it, which is really amazing. And I just put in strawberries, bananas, the protein shake. I put a little collagen in there from Dr. Axe. I love that stuff.
I saw the powder. I have that. I have a couple packets of
I
that.
put it right into the shake, and then I put it in my Vitamix, and I put it with almond milk and a handful of walnuts and 2 dates.
And it's delicious.
Oh, it's like I'm having a creamsicle, but it's
Yum.
strawberry.
That's the thing about me. I hate protein shakes that taste like chalk.
No.
So
And
you
this-
got me a big bottle, so I'm going to try it tomorrow morning.
exciting.
And the creator is named Samia Gore.
Samaya Gore.
Samaya Gore.
Yep.
And what's
She's
her
amazing.
story?
So her story, she had a background of she wanted to lose some weight, and she started doing surgeries to try to, lose the weight that way.
like I have.
And she built up a big following. It was called Bella Barbies or something. And then she built up a huge following, and she started giving advice. And then she really realized that plastic surgery is not the way to go.
Okay.
And
True.
so she started creating these products, and she's an amazing entrepreneur, a woman in on the East Coast, and wow, she just doubled her sales in the first year, and found us, and I'm just so grateful because it's one of my favorite shakes.
Cool.
Yeah.
And the kit is around $150.
Yeah,
What does it give you?
The Body Complete kit it's about $150, and I haven't actually dived into that yet because
Okay.
I'm really into the shakes. So
Okay,
I'll
start
just
with
be
the shakes
honest.
first.
But
Okay.
you can go on her Instagram and you can see the transformations of women that started using the kit.
What's her Instagram name?
In conjunction with the shakes, and it's Body Complete RX. Yeah.
Body Complete RX
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you lost about 7 to 10 pounds already?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, honey, I need to lose 700 pounds. So I think, I'm going to try this for sure, because this gut that I've been putting on since I love my wine and traveling, I've just been eating crappy, a lot of crap. So I need to get back to losing weight again.
Wine has a lot of sugar in it, so you might want to try Dry Farm wines. That's sugar-free wine, And that's another
Look
health
at
and
you,
wellness product that I love.
Is that one of your clients too?
No, not a client, just a big fan.
What is it called again?
Dry Farm Wines.
Dry Farm Wines and no sugar.
And it's like a wine club, so they send you 10 or 12 bottles, and it's sugar free. It's amazing.
Cool.
So you don't get a hangover. You don't feel gross the next day if you drank 2 glasses of wine the night before. It's awesome.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
now
check
we're gonna talk about our next subject, which is beauty. But I want to tell the listeners and our beloved subscribers, how do they contact you if they want to have you as a representation? If they need your help for representation, how they contact Nicole Dunn?
Oh, awesome question. So I do 30-minute consultation calls. So if you have any questions, you can always call the office. But I'd say the web. It's it's DunnPellierMedia.com.
Can you spell that?
Yeah, DUNNPELLIER media.com.
Okay.
And then we're on Instagram, Dunn Pellier TV.
Okay.
And you can find me, Nicole Dunn, on
Instagram. And also,
I think it's Nikki O'Dunn on Instagram, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
And then of course I will definitely put all your information, your contact information in the podcast and in the reader notes.
Yeah.
For sure.
PR is a good thing. So if you're thinking about raising your profile and your elevation and you want to build credibility and you want your name in some publications, whether that's beauty or travel publications as an expert, I'm your woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Work, Nicole. All right.
Right.
So we're going to get into our next subject.
Eyes, hair, mouth.
Beauty, which is my love.
Love it.
Are we beautiful girls?
We are.
We are. And to keep ourselves beautiful, we just like to you like to go shopping, right?
Yes, I love it.
And so my favorite thing that I love is obviously makeup. And I discovered Morphe Brushes. Morphe Brushes was this little tiny makeup store in Burbank. And they just specialize in makeup brushes. And now they're this huge monster makeup brand that is really taking the industry by storm.
So cool.
And it's really interesting how just a company has progressed from literally 10 years ago to what it is now. And you got a lot of beauty influencers: Jeffree Star, Manny MUA, Laura Lee, Nikita Dragon, Bretman Rock, Patrick Star, all using Morphe products and backing them up on the social media. Mm-hmm. Basically, because of these influencers, they made Morphe Brushes who they are.
Right.
Okay. So Morphe Brushes had a huge launch of their first initial foundation line. Okay. Go back a little bit earlier. Rihanna, she owns Fenty Beauty. You know who Fenty Beauty? You know who Rihanna is? A great pop R&B music star. She started her makeup line with 60 shades of foundation.
Whoa.
Unheard of in the industry.
Yeah.
She definitely wanted to make sure every woman of color was represented by the foundations. And so she set a bar of everybody from Dior to Estee Lauder to L'Oreal to Maybelline. Now everyone's on their P's and Q's.
Right.
Morphe Brushes, a few days ago, launched their shade range, 60 shades as well. So I haven't had a chance to take a look at it. I'm going to the Morphe store hopefully this weekend and going to dive into the foundations because there's been some mixed reviews.
Okay.
Some of the mixed reviews, some of it says makes some people's skin's patchy, uneven. It's very matte. The foundation is very matte, so it has drying properties. I have combination skin, so I love my Estee Lauder. I use the Estee Lauder Everyday Wear, which is amazing, and it's just awesome. I also like NARS's too.
Yeah.
But I want to try the Morphe, and the reason why Morphe is so popular is it's very affordable. So you really get good brushes at $7.99 a brush, depending on what kind of brush you want. $10. So the average woman who doesn't make a lot of money can get good quality brushes. Morphe's brushes do shed, but if I'm in a rush and I want to have a nice blush foundation brush, I know I can go to get a Morphe brush for it. I'm not spending MAC Cosmetics at $45 a brush.
You know that I come to you a lot. Oh my gosh, how do I get that look that you have? And you talk a lot about blending.
Yeah.
And the brushes are really important. Well, I'm just not I do my makeup, but you were the first person that said, do you pencil your eyebrows? Do you wear like a foundation? And I said, no. Mm-hmm. So I went and I got the Christian Dior spray foundation, which I absolutely love.
Oh, that's a good one.
But it gets everywhere. It gets on your floor and your.
It gets on your floor.
The mist, it goes off.
That's true.
So I started using some MAC, foundation, but I need help. I need help blending. I need brushes.
Well,
I don't
maybe
even
we should
have any
go
of
to
that
the
stuff.
Morphe store together.
Okay.
Hashtag Morphe if you're listening. I would love your sponsorship. Maybe we should go to the Morphe store and hello and do some
You can
testing.
show me how to do it.
Absolutely, I would love
it.
to. So Morphe, good for you that you are getting diverse. We want inclusivity, and Rihanna really helped start that, because these huge makeup companies, and I'm gonna say it, the Maybellines and the L'Oreals that are considered over-the-counter drugs didn't cater to me,
Right.
African American, a woman of color. It didn't carry to other people who love makeup, and now it's the makeup
Hallelujah.
world. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
So, congratulations, Morphe. Now let's talk about your favorite products that you wanted to talk about today. You wanted to express your find because you use something called the Rachel Zoe box.
Oh, okay. So I started, I saw in my Instagram feed for an ad for Rachel Zoe's Box of Style.
Rachel Zoe. I was calling it
Yes,
Zoe.
Zoe.
Rachel Zoe. Okay.
And I thought, you know what, I'm going to try this. And so I'm 2 boxes in. My first box, I got a nice cape caftan thing with a belt. I got a nice necklace. I got 2 beauty products inside the box, which I fell in love with. And one of the products that I got is the Luna Sleeping Night Oil by Sunday Riley.
Okay.
Well, as you know, Sunday Riley's products are pretty pricey.
They're pretty pricey, honey.
And it's like $105
Good God.
for this little bottle. And it has blue tansy in it.
What's that?
It's an oil. It's an essential oil.
Okay.
And it helps with redness.
Okay.
Young Living also has a blue tansy, so I'm interested to kind of play around. I don't love the smell of the blue tansy, but I definitely, it's definitely a new favorite of mine. And I just use that every other night. I've been using that without the moisturizer and stuff. Love it.
And that's for good for all skin types?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you also were talking about another over-the-counter company, Garnered.
Garnered, yes. It's called Clearly Brighter.
I can literally go to CVS
Yes.
or Rite Aid right now and pick this up. What's it about?
It's sorry. It's $8.
What?
And all of the reviews that I read said that what it does is it works on premature aging, spots, and then they fade. And I'm not kidding you. I've used it 2 weeks. I'm on my face, my neck, down into my chest because I'm freckly. I'm Irish.
Yeah.
And there's some freckles that I don't like.
Right.
I want them gone.
And I have scars that I don't like. I have my surgical scars on my neck. I have acne scars on my face, and I get very self-conscious about it. So I'm going to try this.
And it makes your skin super smooth and soft. I
Oh,
love
gotta
it.
try
I'm
it.
obsessed.
Ooh,
so I
hashtag
just read
Garnered.
about it in magazines, and I thought, I'm going to try it.
Well,
$8.
Garnered, Sunday Riley, if you're listening.
That's right.
You got some people here who are talking about your products, sister.
Big fans.
Hey, girl, hey. Time for culture. And our culture can be defined from, again, from food to beauty to pop culture to international to families. And we're going to talk about what's going on in the American culture with R. Kelly. Ooh. And have you had a chance to watch the R. Kelly? It's called Surviving R. Kelly. It's a 6-series documentary series.
Everybody and their mother has watched it,
Is
but
it
me.
Yeah.
And me.
Right.
And you haven't watched it either yet?
No.
But I've been reading.
Yes, and I've been reading about it too, and I did see the first 2 episodes, and it's just startling. I remember when this came out 15 years ago.
Wow.
I remember seeing it on the news when R. Kelly was accused of sexually predating on a 14-year-old in his music studio, urinating on a young
Ew.
girl. Isn't that disgusting?
That's so
Could you
gross.
imagine?
No.
And people are saying that wasn't him. He, of course, denied that it was never him. But then there are people who say that was truly him on the video. So 15 years later, 16 years later, now this docu-series has come out of the victims, 50 women. 50 people. The docu includes 50 interviews with women who have alleged that R. Kelly sexually and emotionally abused them, as well as stories from parents, ex-friends, family members, and musicians. And what kind of pisses me off about this whole thing, now that this show's on TV and everyone's been seeing it, now we're getting all the musicians who worked with him, who were on his side, 15, 14, 10 years, let's be honest, a year ago, and said, oh, this is not true. Now you got the Lady Gaga who's, repudiating his actions. And I was reading something like an article today saying, she was a rebellious soul, so he was a rebellious soul. That's why they got along and they were friends. But even Lady Gaga, Lady Gaga said she was a victim of sexual harassment and sexual predatory. So how are you going to even back up this guy? Now maybe she's doing this because she's trying to get her nomination for the Oscar for A Star Is Born.
I don't think so. I think she's pretty vocal about abuse.
Edward's giving me the look like,
what are your thoughts?
She's so close to that Academy Award. Now she's like so far away from it. I don't know if it matters what she says anymore.
I don't know, but it's interesting. She's now coming out saying that she is against R. Kelly when she had a big hit with him 5 years ago, and even performed at the Academy
on all of the stuff that
American
was
Music
being
Awards.
uncovered that is uncovered now. I mean, I feel like we're in a different age and a different era after Me Too.
Hashtag Me Too.
Yeah.
Hashtag Time's Up.
Like, look at all the stuff that Harvey Weinstein did. Look at all the stuff that has come out about Bill Cosby and date raping women, and it's sick. These guys, R. Kelly's sick. I don't know.
People are waking up.
Yeah.
Finally.
Mm-hmm. They're waking up. But are we going to see, because everyone's the next question that everyone's mind, and this is now the show is out there. Are we going to see R. Kelly serve jail time? Is he going to be back? Because we have something called double jeopardy in America. Mm-hmm. So can he be charged again for these same crimes? Because this one prosecutor in Atlanta wants to bring up charges on him and wants to do more investigations in Atlanta where he lives. Is he? I think it's Atlanta, or is it Chicago where he lives? But all these other artists are repudiating him and saying he is a piece of crap. I should never worked with him. But R. Kelly is very famous. He's had tons of hits.
He's
to be also honest, a huge.
Never heard one of. I mean, I don't listen to him.
Yes, you have.
Like what?
Oh my God!
I only know one.
I believe I can fly. That was a huge. That was a football song. That was a movie in a movie. My goodness, he's had the Ladder song. He's got a bunch of hits, but he also is a huge music writer and a producer.
List of his songs here, if anyone cares.
List it, honey.
Let's hear it.
Ignition. No.
In your ignition. It was a sexy song.
Okay, I remember that.
The album. I Believe I Can Fly, as we talked about. 1998 was the year. 21 years ago.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Bump and Grind.
I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. I don't see. Okay, hi.
Step in the Name of Love.
Step in the name of love. It's like a good dance song.
Yeah.
Can we hear that? What's that? Can you put that on?
Put it on?
Put it on.
Step in the Name of Love.
Step in the name of love. This was actually one of my favorite freaking songs that I loved with him. And it was a really good cha-cha party song. Very, he represents the R&B hip hop community. So you got the African American community embraced and still embraces him. There's still people on his side, which is sad.
He was also abused. I mean, he is.
Well, he said that he was abused by his mother too, and his brother said that he was abused by their sister, sexually abused by their sister when they were. When they were like, R. Kelly was 8, and then he marries Aaliyah. So Aaliyah, he was 27 when he married Aaliyah, and Aaliyah was 15. She was 15. Yeah. She lied. She lied on her birth certificate. Who was on the flight?
He wasn't on that flight.
Yeah, no, when she passed away, when she was killed. I know that's it. Don't even say that. Ooh, Hannah, are you bringing that up here?
I am.
Because he obviously wasn't on the flight when she was killed in the airplane accident. Don't ooh,
girl,
Edward, conspiracy theory. But she lied on her birth certificate to marry him. Say that she was 18 when she was 15.
Well, he would ask women. I read this People magazine article, and he would tell them like they would be 15 or 16. He said, "You're 21. Like we're going to a club. You're 21.
Gross
for this, whatever. And I want you to talk to people that you're over 18. So he kind of seduced them into saying that they were, and he got them. He buttered them up, and then it was just abuse. You know.
They one of the team members or band members saw they were having sex on the bus one time.
Oh yeah, I read that.
And they were the curtain was open and he was having sex with her and he said that he saw her face basically saying, "Get him off me." Like she didn't really want to have sex with him. Like she was forced to have sex with him. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, obviously she's not here to tell the story, which is so unfortunate. But there are these other victims that they're talking about
And
their
they
story.
will find somebody to come forward that is within the statute of limitations.
We'll see.
And they'll try him again. I mean,
see.
the cops already went to his house or whatever because some parent called saying my daughter's there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
But the daughter doesn't leave though. Like she doesn't. There's almost this prison, this encampment or compound that he has.
Yeah.
That he lures young girls and girls don't want to leave.
Yeah.
Like what is his penis that good? Ew, gross.
Well, I don't
Yuck.
even want to envision that. I don't know.
He ate all that.
No,
So I don't know
he's
why
not.
people are drunk. Gross. He's disgusting to me. Bye, R. Kelly. I hope you go to jail forever.
Yes.
Next.
It's time for a Madonna Minute.
Madonna Minute.
Woohoo!
Express yourself, a virgin, like a prayer. We're going to talk about the queen of all queens, her daughter, and Edward. You know we love Lourdes. Her daughter, Lourdes
her.
Leon, gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
She is now the full-fledged spokesmodel for the high-end retailer, Miu Miu. Miu Miu. Miu Miu.
Miu Miu
What
Prada.
an
Miu Miu
honor.
Prada. Miu Miu Prada. And she was featured in their first spring collection for 2019. And this awesome, like, sedan type of, smoky look. And she was just, had the purse and her shoes displayed. And Lourdes, she's 22 years old. Right. Lourdes Leon.
She's gonna be selling some Miu Miu.
But they love her because she's not your typical spokesperson. She's not, as much as rich as she is,
Yeah.
Madonna's first eldest daughter.
Yep.
She's very low key.
Very low key.
Yep.
That's what's great about her. She's
Yeah.
stealthy and she's not really into
Yeah.
the whole thing. She's kind of above it all.
She's
'cause
above it all.
She's been in it her
I
entire
mean,
life.
she wanted to make sure she got her
Mom's
education.
Madonna, for
Her
God's
mom's
sake.
Madonna.
Her mom's Madonna.
Enough said.
If I'm a fan of Madonna and I'm acting like I'm related to Madonna.
Right, me too.
Remember, she's our mother.
Right.
She's her queen mother.
She's the queen mother.
She's the queen mother. So, good for you, Lourdes. Good for you. But they're saying that she's really cool to work with and she's low key. And
Good for her.
she got her degree. She wanted to make sure she got a degree.
Yep.
She's the alma mater of her mother, Madonna. She graduated from University of Michigan. And now she's wants to model, or
doing her thing.
maybe this is like a little hobby of hers.
Good for her. I
Good
think
for
it's
her.
amazing.
Yeah.
At 22,
I
and
think
she's
she
like,
should take over her mother's social media account.
maybe
she.
she
She
Yeah.
doesn't really have one of her on her own.
Sometimes her pictures on her social media, I'm like questioning. I'm
Right.
like, did you do that? Well,
Madonna?
You had a glass of wine.
Right.
Yeah.
To me, that's
Yeah.
like, love her, but
Yeah.
sometimes maybe she needs to shoot her phone. A lot of us do. We can get
Yes.
carried away with all
We
this
do.
stuff.
But
yeah.
why do we love Madonna? Because she doesn't give an F. Madonna
she
don't
doesn't
give an
give
F. She don't
Yeah.
give an F.
That's why we love her.
And she's
She don't
awesome.
give it a funky F at all. So
And she can dance, man.
of course, and we've been seeing her rehearsal videos. She's getting a new album starting to me and Ed were on pins and needles about Madonna's new release.
How many times have you seen Madonna?
I've seen her 4 times. What about you?
God, 6, I think.
6 times.
Okay, you
Yeah.
are going to laugh.
What?
Zero
Zero
times I've
Well,
seen her. Because, I haven't gone to see her, but when I was in the 80s, we used to dress up like Madonna.
course,
we had
everyone
the
did.
bracelets and we
Everyone
had
Or
the
did you
glove
tell
and we had
people you dressed up?
right. That was from a story earlier, you guys. I used to live vicariously through my friend who watched TV, and we weren't allowed to watch TV programs that were cool.
That was
So,
crazy.
Anyway,
Yeah. Well, that's the Madonna Minute.
love it.
Love it.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Lourdes.
And on this day in history,
So, Edward,
Yes.
what did you find that was so significant in today's history?
Well, what is today?
Today is January the 16th, 2019.
Okay, so on January the 16th, 1920.
Okay.
Okay, this has to do with Russia.
This is
Thought it was
literally
like-
99 years ago, right?
Yeah, I thought it was apropos, I guess.
Okay.
what's
Anything
going
with Russia is apropos.
I don't know what this really means, so we'll have to look into it later. You guys can tell us what it really means. The Allies capital A, Allies lift the blockade on trade with Russia. We were trading with Russia.
I didn't know we traded with Russia.
99 years ago, the Allies, I don't even know if we were allies back then. So
Yeah, I think we
history
were.
lesson?
We were.
Yeah?
I think we were good. We had a good relationships. Is that still back in the day with Stalin? Was that Stalin days?
I would be lying if I said yes. So I'm just going to say, that feels right.
Okay, but I think we had some sort of a good relationship. Everything just went to crap after World War II.
Absolutely
So I think we had I guess we were allies with Russia back in the day.
I guess we were.
Yeah.
Well, in 1939, Franklin D. Roosevelt asked for an extension of the Social Security Act to include more women and children.
All right,
That
Mr.
was
Roosevelt.
What year?
1939.
Oh, wow. We were starting to make some waves.
We were making some
Finally.
waves. Incidentally, that's the birth date or the birth year of both of my parents.
1939.
1939.
How's your mom is?
They'll both be 80 this year.
Wow.
Yeah, they'll be 80 this year.
Oh my
Crazy,
goodness,
right?
that's great.
And then I'm going to jump way ahead in time to 1991,
Okay.
which was still a while ago.
Ooh.
The Persian Gulf War begins. The massive U.S.-led offensive against Iraq, Operation Desert Storm, ends February 28, 1991, when President George H.W. Bush, God rest his soul, declares a ceasefire, and Iraq pledges to honor future coalition and U.S. peace terms.
Okay.
Wow.
That's been like yesterday, it feels like.
Forever ago.
I know.
Yeah.
The Persian Gulf War.
Yeah.
Wow. 1991. So I was
1991.
just
It's
in
almost been
college.
30 years.
Oh my goodness.
2 years,
you
be 30 years.
Aged me. Why do you always
20.
age me on this dang
'Cause
podcast?
that's what I do.
You
That's just
always
what I do.
aging me.
That's my job.
All right. Well,
So
thank
that's
you
it.
for that, Mr. Edward Carr, for that history of today.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Isn't that time again? OMG, Nicole, it's that time. Do you know what time it is?
I know what time it is.
It is time for a commercial break.
Love it.
Now, I have been having issues. If anyone knows me, I always have issues with sleeping. And so I was introduced by you and by your friend Laura, Young Living Essential Oils.
Yep.
And I put this Young Essential Living Oils, I put some lavender, I put ginger, frankincense, and sometimes a little bit of spearmint in my little diffuser that I bought through Young Living Essential Oils, and it helps me sleep every night.
Oh,
What do
I
you
love
use?
it. Okay, so I use lavender. I use peace and calming at night sometimes.
Okay.
If I'm like, because I'm sort of high strung, so I need something to calm me down.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the lavender's really good. And in the daytime in the office, I've got diffusers everywhere. In the daytime in the office, I put in peppermint. It gives me just vital senses and life. And
Did you know that peppermint also can be made into mouthwash?
No.
Yeah, I made mouthwash and some lemon zing into it, and it actually is delicious, and I use it as mouthwash instead of using alcohol or
Yep.
chemical mouthwashes. I'm telling you, Young Living Essential Oils is the bomb. And if you guys ever want to get some Young Essential Living Oils, you can contact Queen ShanShan.
That's right.
Get some Young Living in your blood, hunty. Nicole,
What?
guess what?
What?
It's that time to
no.
say goodbye.
Oh, no.
I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly. I want
Say goodbye, R. Kelly.
to go to jail, you fool. Thank you so much for being here. You're such a great dear friend of mine.
Thanks for having me. You guys are fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're in my.
You have a
you know,
handsome
producer. I know.
and-
I told you we only hire the best here,
That's right.
and we only have the best, which is you. And I want to say thank you for your support. Thank you for being such a great friend. Thank you for being my stellar entrepreneur sister.
Thank you.
I really appreciate
you so
that.
much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
And
love
we're
it.
going to close. Again, we can find Nicole on, I'm going to list all of Nicole's social media platforms where you can reach her. You guys know where to reach me. I'll put that in my little conclusion. We will see you next time. And thanks for hanging out with Abroad. At this point, I want to say thank you to my broads and future broads. You can find me on Instagram at Queen ShanShan, Twitter at _broad_prod, on Facebook at Broad Productions, that's one word. You can also email me for sponsorship opportunities at abroadproductions@gmail.com. Tune in next week for a brand new show with sizzling topics, new tea, and a new perspective from abroad.